I think it's okay. I don't know, to get the dairy from the what's called the farmers themselves, but I still like milk and yogurt. So I think it's more a choice of do I want it or do I need it?
So, would you rather be a cat or a dog?
A cat. A cat.
A cat. Okay. Is it because you like cats or?
Yes.
Okay.
I love cats, yeah.
Love it. Okay. Would you rather be able to talk to animals temporarily or temporarily take one of their enhanced senses or capabilities?
Talk to them.
Talk to them?
Yeah.
You also?
Yeah.
Can I ask why?
Because sometimes I would like to know what my cat thinks.
Okay. Okay. You also?
The same, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Would you rather have the intelligence of a pig or that of a cat?
Pigs are intelligent. Are they? Yeah. They eat you. I will say pig. I would say cat.
Yeah, pigs are actually very intelligent. She was spot on there. Yeah, there's footage online of pigs like coming together, lifting gates, unlocking latches. There's even footage of pigs picking up flowers from the field and decorating their house with it. It's insane.
That's what I heard too.
Yeah, they're like I think the fifth most intelligent animal. So
Okay.
nice. Okay.
We're cat.
The next question is a bit of a hard one. Okay.
Oh.
So, would you rather be a well-fed farm animal whose life is cut severely short when the farmer says you're no longer worthy, or a wild animal who's mostly starving but you get to live your life free for as long as you want and however you can?
Yeah, a wild animal.
Wild animal? Can I ask why?
Yeah, because I think freedom is more worth than anything else.
I love that. How about you?
She got it on spot.
Yeah, because of freedom, right? Because we value freedom. Okay, and my final question is, if you had to choose a farm animal in today's world, which one would you choose? A cow for dairy, a cow for meat, a chicken, or a pig?
Wait, can you repeat? Sorry.
If you had to choose a farm animal in today's world to be, which one would you choose? A cow for dairy, a cow for meat, a chicken, or a pig?
I think a cow for dairy.
Cow for dairy. How about you?
A cow, yeah, rather cow.
For dairy or for meat?
Huh?
For dairy or for meat?
Dairy.
Do you know what happens in the dairy industry?
Actually, no.
No.
Not 100%. I know a small bit of it. I think I know more about the meat part. And I've heard bad stuff about the dairy part, but that was just the first thing coming in mind because I'm not really informed about everything.
Okay, yeah. So I'll just tell you in a nutshell. So the cows get forcefully impregnated. Yeah. They're held in a thing that the industry term is called a rape rack. They get held by the neck. Somebody puts their hands in their anus, holds their cervix, and injects bull semen. That's how the artificial insemination is done. After 9 months, when the baby is born, because the milk has to go for human consumption, they separate the babies from the mother. If the baby is a male, they go to the slaughterhouse because they're useless to the industry. If the baby is a female, they get put into the cycle year over year for 6 to 8 years, depending on the breed, depending on the farm. And after that, they also go to a slaughterhouse because they can no longer produce as much milk as needed. And cows can live up to 20 years, so they don't live even half their life. Some cows can live even 25, but I usually say 20 just for the sake of being safe. I guess you realize why I'm standing here?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah? So I'm trying to raise awareness on behalf of animals from the animal industry. Do you consume animal products?
Yes. Yeah.
Do you think we need to consume animal products?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes?
Actually.
Well, if you found out that we don't need to, because the largest organization of nutritionists in the world, it's called the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics, who's got like thousands of nutritionists. None of them are vegan or vegetarian, by the way. All of them have said that a vegan diet is suitable for all ages and stages of life. That includes pregnancy, for athletes, for infancy, all of these stages of life. So that means that if you a well-planned plant-based diet or a well-planned vegan diet is suitable. So that means we don't need to consume animal products, right? So given that we don't need to consume animal products, and given for example, what I just described in the dairy industry, it can get even worse. What I just described is it's pretty standard practice what I described, but it can get even worse. Like, wouldn't you say, it's obviously you're well within your rights to choose to consume animal products. Wouldn't you say it's a cruel choice to put animals into these practices given that we don't need to?
You got a point there, but in the hope that the people who raise their animals in a more nice way, in a nicer way, I think it's okay. I don't know, to get the dairy from the what's called the farmers themselves. I mean, if you say vegan or a diet without any animal products is okay, I will of course think about it. But I still like milk and yogurt, so I think it's more a choice of do I want it or do I need it?
Yeah.
And now I don't have the answer to that.
But let's say you find out you don't need it, right? Let's say you find out you don't
I
need
would
it.
completely fine. I would be completely fine with vegan.
You'd be completely
yeah.
fine. Oh, that's awesome to hear. Okay. So if you find out that you don't need any of it, you would be suitable for.
Completely, yeah.
Oh, okay. I like that. That's
like
good
that
to
too.
hear. How about you?
I don't know.
You don't know
Actually,
yet?
I'm
What is
honest
holding
with
you back? Let me ask you, what is holding you back? It's okay. I've been hearing a lot of reasons.
Just saying that I like it.
Yeah, okay,
That's
just
it.
saying that it
Yeah.
sounds like a commitment issue, right? Like it's
Yeah,
hard to say that it's
definitely.
Yeah, I completely understand that. Right? I'm after all, I'm a stranger to you. You didn't hope to hear all of this right
No,
now.
I was like, let's just try. What can happen?
Exactly,
I mean,
yeah.
you are educating us, so it's
Yeah,
nothing bad.
that's kind of what I want to get at. Yeah, that's kind of what I get at, and I'll give you resources afterwards after all this. But I mean, okay,
That's why I want to be a cat.
yeah, that's why you want to be a cat, so that you cats always land on their feet, don't they? Right? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So, because like say you brought up an interesting point that what if the animals are treated nicely or whatever, but like my other game, by the way, the one that I mentioned at the beginning, was about consent. How important is consent to you?
I'm not saying anything here, I guess. I mean, yes, important.
It's important, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
That's going back. Let's talk to animals.
yeah, going back to talk to animals, right? Because if we can't get consent from animals, then we really shouldn't be doing it unless it's, let's say, absolutely necessary. Then you could sort of justify it. I still think you shouldn't do it, but it's justified.
Yeah.
Whereas when you don't need to do it, there's no reason to do it, then even a justification falls short. Right?
Interrupting Chip here. It's never justified to take the life of an animal. In fact, saying that if it's needed is justified just makes things confusing since most people can't differentiate between a need and a want. So to be perfectly clear, taking the life of a sentient individual will always be immoral.
Yeah. I would just say yes here.
Well, I mean, what are your concerns? What is it that you're concerned about? Like, because I want to have an active discussion. So,
Yeah, totally. I'm just thinking about my words.
I mean, you can use whatever words. I'm not going to use them against you. It's okay.
I don't know. Yeah, I think the hardest problem of getting consent from animals is that we cannot speak to them.
Yeah.
And you're totally correct in that we should not do something without having consent of anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
again the freedom stuff. They aren't
Yeah, it's the freedom stuff again. Yeah. Yeah, that's.
I really don't want anything in the world that isn't free or want any type of life to be free. So that's why I think I don't eat meat actually, but the animals products I still do.
Yeah, like cheese and
Yeah,
dairy and all of this,
yeah.
right? Yeah. Yeah. Why do you not eat meat, by the way?
I think that's a bit complicated. It's a health choice actually. Yeah, that's it.
No, it's just for health reasons, not animals or environment or anything.
It came by time actually.
You can buy them. It's always better. No, I get that.
Short.
I
I
understand
see my
that.
2 cats and say, "Oh, good God, no!"
I understand that. Yeah. Okay. Well, it seems like I mean, I don't know. Do you have any questions for me? Like, what do you think veganism is? By the way, let me ask you this.
What
Veganism.
Yeah, veganism. What do you think it is?
I think so. It's first of all a choice of which food you consume, but apart from that, also how you live. Like what clothes you buy, what furniture you buy, or furniture maybe.
Oh, yeah, I see.
But the general lifestyle of everything. I think also a lot of vegans really take care of the environment by recycling, buying secondhand clothes and everything.
Yeah,
So
I
it's
mean,
a lifestyle.
everything you do has an impact on our environment, hasn't it?
Yeah.
And that's why I think being vegan is much more than don't eat any
animals.
products.
Yeah, it's true.
Definitely.
Yeah, so
It's a lifestyle.
veganism. Yeah, that's a good point, right? So veganism is a lifestyle indeed, but it's more of a moral philosophy and a lifestyle,
Okay.
where we say we oppose the use and abuse and exploitation of animals, especially given that there's no need. And that includes for food, clothing, entertainment, or any other cause, right? Of course, one of the consequences is that you will also be better for the environment, because it is better for the environment to be vegan. But the main benefit of being vegan is the animals, that they don't die on your behalf anymore, right? You don't pay for them to go to slaughterhouses anymore. So with that in mind, does that any of that definition speak to you?
Yeah, totally. I mean, you. Yeah.
Ja, natürlich auch was.
Zusammenfassend?
Summarized it?
Yeah, you summarized it.
Okay,
Thank you.
yeah.
Summarize it perfectly.
Okay. So as far
I
as
think you also changed a little bit my mind, like thinking more of it that we don't need it, and for me it's just like a want,
yeah,
but that I should think about it. Do I really want it if you say I don't need it?
yeah, because there's victims on the other side, right? That's the whole point about it. We need to think that our consequences have actions, and especially when there's victims on the other side, where maybe we should reconsider our actions, right?
Totally.
Okay. Well, I'm going to give you some resources to look into it. This is 3 movies that, yeah, you said what the fuck. Yeah. So this is an organization that I sort
By the face.
This is an organization that sometimes I do activism with. They're called We the Free. If you look on the other side, see, We the Free. That's okay. No, it's intentionally made that way. It's because it's really fucked up what's happening to animals. That's the truth, right? And this is a website, threemovies.wtf. This is a code that I created, and it gives you slightly different content there. I'll just walk you through a little bit of what you can find there. So one of the things you can find there's a thing called Challenge 22. It's kind of like a Facebook group, but it's all free. By the way, everything is free on that website. If you subscribe to it, it gives you recipes on vegan recipes, and they hook you up with a nutritionist if you need to get the best nutrition out of a vegan diet. And it's called Challenge 22 because it takes 22 days for a person to change a habit.
Okay.
So they provide you for 22 days. They continuously provide you with recipes and help that you need. All of it is free. There's also personalized help. Somebody will log in with you on a Discord server and say, "Oh, I'm having difficulties replacing this or that," and they, "Okay, let me help you out if you want to be vegan." That's all it is. And one thing that I want you to watch, just to get more informed, if you put in that code, so all of it that I just mentioned is already there without the code, right? But if you put in that code there, you get a thing called the most important speech you will ever hear.
I'm going to challenge your belief systems today, so certain parts of the speech will be intense.
It's by an animal rights activist, much more like myself, but way better spoken, who held a speech in US in front of students, and somebody recorded it, put up online. It got like millions of views. The speech is 30 minutes. The video is 1 hour. It's on YouTube, but it's linked on the page. I don't care that you watch all of it. I want you to watch the 30 minutes. Afterwards is questions and answers, right? You can watch that, obviously, of course, but I think the most important part is that you watch the speech, because he explains the whole animal industry and kind of what goes through all the things, because a lot of people have questions about eggs, for example, and why we don't consume eggs. Mostly because there's still animal exploitation behind it, but like he explains it very well. And afterwards, I think you get to decide what you want to do with it. And can you promise me you're just going to watch that video? And
That's our plan for tonight.
yeah, that's awesome. Like, you watch that video, you realize what you want to do, and then maybe you want to go vegan, and then you have the resources to go vegan, right? That's all it is. What's your names?
Angelina.
Angelina, nice to meet you, Angelina. I'm Chip. What's your name?
Vicky.
Vicky, nice to meet you. I love to see open-minded people. I mean, it's all about the animals in the end, right? And just keep in mind that while you're not vegan, while you pay for animal products, cheese, dairy, eggs, whatever, animals will go into a slaughterhouse on your behalf. And if you are in their shoes, what would you want yourself to do, right? That's kind of the thinking.
Okay, thanks.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Interesting.
Yeah, have a good one.